To be honest, actually, I will find it hard to celebrate after this, because I think it's been, if it is a close victory, it shows that there are millions of people who live in our country, millions of our fellow citizens who are desperate to leave, enthusiastically voted to leave. It is something that actually needs fixing from tomorrow onwards. And so I think it'll be hard to celebrate. If it's 75-25, we'll allow ourselves to but it ain't going to be that.
People are saying 57-43, for example, as a... I mean, I don't know where these numbers come from. These are from private polling from the No campaign, I imagine, but...
Yeah, people are talking about sort of private polling and 57% for No. 6 months ago, I'd have said that was a bad result. Now we're saying thank goodness for that. You know, what we want to do is we want to try and win the argument and convince our fellow citizens that borders are a bad idea, that we are better off working together to overcome the challenges we all face. So we will take that victory, but we all know that tomorrow the fight starts again. We've got the English backbenchers, we've got Welsh and other MPs, Northern Irish MPs, we've got Northern MPs, we've got Alex Salmond brilliantly going to sit there and say, come on then, let's see what they delivered, let's see how those Westminster parties delivered those new devolution pledges. We all know it's going to be another bloodbath. I'm half Canadian, I know about referendums, and I do know, and I'm very worried about this country, which has got everything going for it. We're coming out of recession, we've got people back to work, and we are going to spend our time ripping ourselves to pieces about constitutional...
And this referendums, you fear more referenda, do you?
Well, I fear more referenda, but I mean, mainly I fear more the bad feeling that referenda cause. You know, it does tend, I think, probably to push people towards the extremes, which actually is silly. You look at the world today, Britain is a haven of stability, of prosperity, of kindness, of the rule of law. It's a wonderful place to be. We have challenges we've got to overcome, but it's an amazing place to be. And the idea that we are going to rip ourselves to pieces over the appropriate amount of power to give to our devolved regions and nations, it strikes me as a waste of our time, actually.
But you're right. But your big campaign to save the union has worked. You came in the right time.
Hey, listen, I don't know. It may have worked. I hope so. I believed this referendum has been in the diary for years. The British political establishment was not taking it seriously. I was looking around, mate. I was in London. I couldn't understand why Ed Miliband was not living in Glasgow. I couldn't understand. This country would have had the potential to fall apart, and his Labour Party would be eclipsed.
So do you think our politicians have failed, whatever the results?
Well, you say whatever the result. I think if it's a narrow result, I think our politicians have failed to sell the case for an amazing country. And a country that self-evidently is flourishing and succeeding, particularly relative to the horrors that are going on in this world at the moment. So I'm afraid. I think it's tragic that many people have enthusiastically embraced separation, embraced nationalism. I mean, it's heartbreaking. So I'll find it quite hard to celebrate tomorrow.
We'll wait and see, shall we?
Let's wait and see.